continuing where we left off last week on Game of Thrones.
Episode 7. We finally we got to see Bran warg into the dragon. My theory was correct. They did resurrect Dany. She became a dragon herself. She can actually go from human to dragon form. I thought that was cool.
Well, yeah, it's because she Drogon ate her, so now their spirits are merged. So yeah, like he said, they just change intermittently.
Like it's Drogon, but with her mind, you know, she doesn't have full control, but she does control what he does. I thought that was really cool. Bran actually has the ability to walk now. I thought that was a big twist. He's no longer Bran the Broken. He's Bran the Walking. And, you know, woo! Welcome back to Omega Level. Whoop whoop. Omega Level. Omega Level. Omega Level. Steven, how's your weekend, man?
I'm Steven Moreau.
Oh, Steven Moreau. Sorry, we're getting fancy.
And this is Joshua Bencroft.
Thank you for tuning in this week. Glad we could have you.
We're on the 70th episode of Omega Level. I don't know.
No, God, no. We're not giving out numbers here, okay? No facts, no statistics. But statistically speaking, if I can... welcome back. That's what we do.
This episode, we're going to be talking about Brightburn.
Whoop.
And then Mr. and Mrs. X issue 10.
Whoop, whoop.
And then JLO issue 7. I don't remember.
I'm at a loss for words, Steven. I've read I read an extra issue, so I actually have to check right now. We're on issue 8.
Opposite of a procrastinator here.
Issue 8.
Okay.
We covered 7 last week.
All right.
Get your shit together, dude. God.
It says the person had to check. You couldn't just automatically correct me, which is what I was relying on.
Wow, dude. Spoilers, final page.
Nick, do a little zoom in.
Since we've been doing mainly movies, let's go ahead and start back into comics this week. We're going to start with that. Wrap it up with old Brightburn.
Okay, cool beans.
So Mr. and Mrs. X, shall we?
Yep.
It's been a while.
Where we left off with Mojo showing up. He's just throwing a tantrum because he just says, "You guys have ruined my show." All of them.
Everybody's ruining the show. Well, you know, it's because Spiral, the mole on the inside, is tired of Mojo shit. So she's the one helping Rogue find her true self in the last issue because she had to believe.
Well, Rogue says she did most of it herself, but then Spiral puts her place. She's
Spiral's
I was just fighting thousands of
Mojo clones.
Yeah, clones, just protecting her lifeless body. But sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You did everything. This was a really good issue.
They're both right.
I thought this was a good issue, event-wise, dialogue-wise for most of it. God, I mean, comics you're gonna find it, but I didn't feel like they knew which narrative to push. Like they were just, the events were the same, like building up, getting out of Mojoverse, fighting Mojo himself. We saw Rogue go pretty fucking ham. They are definitely building that up. Oh my God.
I wouldn't say pretty fucking ham.
What?
Not to the potential that she probably can do, but they showed a glimpse of it.
Not there yet. I mean, Mojo's apparently a beast.
Apparently.
I mean, holy
they didn't really
shit.
show his true potential either, I guess. Just the fact that he was holding his own against Rogue and not dying.
I mean, even Spiral was like, hey, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
I don't know what her power level is, so I can't measure that accurately.
And another thing that this issue answered too is I like that we find out what that baby from the last issue was, where Gambit was sent on a mission for
they
Spiral
pulled a Pulp
people
Fiction.
don't change.
It was her soul.
It was a piece of her soul, and everyone views it differently. I thought that was cool.
I said Pulp Fiction. Wait,
why'd you say Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, that's right.
Who knows? I
It
mean,
was
what's in the
briefcase.
briefcase?
It's in the
What's in the
briefcase.
briefcase, dude? What's in the box? But you get to see. I like how she said, like, everybody sees it differently. You know what I mean? Everybody sees it differently.
I said it.
Continue, Stephen, please.
Oh, sorry.
No. What? Joke. Say a joke.
I whispered it. It's okay. Go on.
No one heard it. Not a single fucking person heard that joke, Stephen.
I think people did. They already know. Just put a little.
Yeah, go ahead and leave a
caption.
comment and see what the joke was. If you hit it, you get $500.
No.
Paid by
God,
Steven.
no.
Why? You're so confident they heard it, dude.
Oh, come on now. All right. Well, I like how at the beginning they do like a little cliche thing. They even like admit that. Like, so is your revolution waiting on a queue before they show up or something?
Don't let me interrupt you.
Okay, cool.
I'll let you finish. I'm a good co-host.
I'm going to say what I've said like every other issue. I really don't care for the faces. I think the artist usually nails the backgrounds for the most part. I do like the way Mojo's drawn and Spirals sometimes, but yeah, every time they do like a little close-in shot, I don't know. Their noses look weird.
Rogue's too cute.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't even say
she's supposed to look like a
anymore.
monster. You fucking sicken me.
They look weird. They make her look like a creepier Alita.
What? They don't have big-ass bug eyes.
No, Rogue seems to sometimes in like the close-up panels at least.
I just think they make her skin look like very young skin. Face looks like she's 25. Skin looks like it's
Her
probably
face
10.
is very round.
Well, they make him look like really young, except for Gambit. He has his little crow's feet.
Yeah, and his weird old eyes.
But at the same time, she sucks people's power. So what makes me think that she's not going to gain like some sort of youth from that? That's not a thing. But what if? What if that's
Maybe.
what if that's it?
I don't know. In a couple years from now, they'll probably give her that power too.
We don't know where we're going to go with this, but I'm interested because they are making Rogue control the ability that made her push herself away from everybody, and that's interesting.
Yeah, she doesn't even have to touch people anymore.
No. Yeah, I mean, she can, but yeah, now she has the ability to just fucking suck people in, and she did that when she was fighting Mojo, and...
Yeah, which apparently she learned that, I guess he does care for someone, but they didn't explore that much in this issue.
Nope.
She said, too bad it won't make you like a better person.
There's somebody in Mojo's life that he loved.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with Mojo, so that's not something that I would be able to say.
I don't know if we're even going to figure that
him.
out, because I don't think they're going to go back to the Mojoverse, and if they do, it's probably not going to be soon.
Probably not soon, but, I mean, we didn't even know they were going to go to the Mojoverse in the first place. That was out of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Thin air. Oh, hey, there's a box here. Boom, we're in the Mojoverse.
Yeah, it was pretty strange.
The fight was cool because she was sucking it from Spiral, and Spiral got a full soul. She's herself. Who's that?
Rogue did.
Well, Rogue did a thing, and yeah, Spiral had her whole, like, she shouldn't do that, and he's like, you don't know who you're messing with, Shari. Shari. You know?
She got him away from us, I guess, to keep like us safe.
Mm-hmm,
so, and then she just starts like warping him or something.
Sucking powers, man.
Sucking powers,
which gives the ability to see inside their mind too. Gives their memories and stuff like that. I don't know why you
go inside his mind.
I think it's a drawback of the power.
Individual.
Yeah, the drawback of the power. Manipulate, use that to her advantage, kind of thing. She didn't. That wasn't something she did in this.
She probably like sucks on the mind too. So I guess she can learn how to use their abilities or powers.
But they were messing people up. She was messing people up. Spiral's dope. That was cool. And then she had to say, he's like, stop sucking my powers. You're taking too much. And she's like, I just need a minute. And then she gets fucking 2 extra arms. So she's rocking 6 arms with like spears around her while combining Gambit's kinetic powers. Yeah. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Like that whole tower. Then that was weird to me because as soon as they did that, like they seemed like they're instantly like miles away just watching it happen.
Mm-hmm. That was after the explosion when Gambit first tried to separate them and fight. She said, give me 1 second. So they did an explosion. I'm assuming they just, is the next panel, like they flew off. They flew away. Because the big explosion, they all shot out the window.
Also, that was the first time I think I've noticed that, like, out of Spiral's 6 arms, I think she has, like, 1 metallic one.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. They look kind of
I just thought it was armor. Was it the middle one?
Yeah, because I know she has, like, bracers, but yeah, it was, like, the middle one on, like, the left side, I think.
No, I didn't even.
It was, like, metallic.
I didn't even notice.
Kind of strange.
Because Mojo also had a line in this saying, like, I gave you your power or something like that along those lines to Spiral. Like, saying something, I'll take it away.
Yeah, that was another weird thing, too. Like, I like the whole exchange that Gambit had with Spiral when she told him to go get the thing. And he's like, oh, you mean the baby? She's like, what are you talking about, like a baby?
All right, 1 baby, we order up.
Yeah, well, he goes up. She's like, wow, he thinks it's a baby. And they put it in, like, in the rafters. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it ended up being a piece of her soul. And
I think that says a lot about you, Gambit.
Once you got that, like, apparently that's allowed her to break free from Mojo's control, which was like, has she not been breaking his control anyway? She's been fighting his people and then like training him to go get what she needs and stuff like that. I thought that was.
She was able to talk to. She has some sort of ability to be able to tap into their consciousness because she talked with Rogue while they were in the machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she was able to put her mind, and Gambit was still in that until the final fight.
So it just seemed like she was already breaking his control.
She probably just needed that last little like tether cut. You know what I mean? That one last thread that was holding her there.
I also thought it was funny that she was going to leave them, but then like when she got her soul back, she's like, oh, it's intervening. And then she went back and saved them.
Well, because she's like, God, yeah.
They probably didn't really
my soul made me care.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, who knows? I mean, Mojo's apparently a beast.
Didn't Spiral teleport them back home?
Yep.
Yeah.
Send them right back to the same place they left off 4 issues ago.
Yeah, and so they're at home, and she's probably just like...
She has
she checks her phone. She
400
like,
missed calls, 2,000 text messages.
That's after she wakes up the next day.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
She wanted to check her phone. But he's like, before you do that...
Yeah, none. It's about 2 hours of sexy time.
Yeah.
I mean, dog, they've been going through a lot the past
know.
little bit, man.
I thought it was funny.
Jeez. And
But,
now that she doesn't have to worry about sucking his power, she can just be normal.
Yeah.
No dampening, power dampening wristbands, dog.
But yeah, way too many text messages and voicemails. She was like, I'm just going to check the last one, otherwise this will take forever. Smart.
And it was Carol asking for something.
Yep. Carol Denvers of the Broncos.
Peyton Manning. Woo! Von Miller, let's go, boy.
But yeah, apparently she needs something, which I guess is covered in Miss Marvel, or sorry, is it Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's issues. So I thought we were going to go there after this, but I guess what we're going to do is discover what the hell Gambit's dad wants.
Yep. Gambit knew the whole time.
Rogue went
which
on
means
her
that his
own.
dad was watching him bang, dude. I'm sorry.
He probably heard everything. I was
That's
confused
creepy.
about that.
That's creepy, dog. That's
yeah,
they want to leave you guys privacy.
Gambit knew his dad was there. He's like, give me a couple hours.
He's just laid in the room.
Yep.
My son's got it. That Raging Cajun.
Raging Cajun.
That was weird.
But yeah, like they had a kiss. I thought that panel was kind of odd because like their lips looked like they
no,
were just
I hated that too. I was like, there's no lips there. They're just like molded into one. That was dumb. Yeah. I was like, man, they've had multiple kissing
I
scenes.
stared at that panel for like a minute. I was like, this is disturbing.
I just like to look at it like it's so passionate that they became one within the kiss. You know what I mean? Like the lips there was no conjoining. It was just the one. There was one lip.
I even zoomed in. I was like, is there even a line?
There's no lip. It was just two buttholes straight. Woo! It's Omega level after dark, boys.
Yeah, they went human centipede.
Oh man, real quick. And I'm interested to see that he's going back to New Orleans after this.
New Orleans.
So we get to see what the King of Thieves need to be.
Just picture both of them talking like
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
You're from where?
New Orleans.
The Big Easy.
Yeah,
yeah,
Big
New
Easy.
Orleans. Oh man. Overall, good issue. Dialogue was cringy. Events were nice.
It was one of the better ones.
I was hoping that this was going to go back into the whole previous arc of like Xandra, which the Omega level fucking weapon.
Yeah.
You know, maybe give us a little more Deadpool because that was like the best arc of this whole fucking thing for me. I'm sorry, that was some awesome stuff, dude.
Maybe we should just start reading Deadpool comics.
I mean, yeah, we can, but I mean, I'm just saying for this issue, I liked it when he was in there. You know?
Yeah.
Let's run away together, you know. Raise this dinosaur egg.
I mean, they're married now.
That's fine. He can do whatever. He's Deadpool. I don't give a
I
shit.
don't think Gambit would appreciate him being around.
No, but he's a hell of a fighter, man.
Yeah, he is.
Hell of a fighter. Whoop whoop. Did you like the issue?
Yeah, it was not bad, but still, overall, rather be reading anything else.
Jesus,
Like
dude.
Odyssey.
Wow. Speaking of Odyssey. Woo, woo, woo. What a good issue.
Speaking of,
Last issue was
Ad.
for me the weakest issue. Still a good issue, weakest issue. Just because they did a little bit of drawbacks on certain characters. It seems like they're still going to push that narrative with Azrael. Maybe him trying to find himself. Maybe it became something like that. Like he realized when Darkseid in the previous issue said that he's not going to, like he's the one that drew them there because of the old, you guys being the old gods. You know what I mean? Like he needed their help. It's not that in the last issue. Like he was like, no, I got a voice, heard a voice. Well, yeah, because Darkseid fucking just explained that to
but
you.
he's always had that anyway. Yeah,
But that's fine because they don't have Starfighter
This
saying that.
particular time, yeah, it was supposed to be Darkseid drawing him there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. While he's out there, he may as well just keep looking.
And that's fine for Azrael as long as they don't fucking push like
I don't think they're gonna do that
Starfighter
with
trying to
everybody
find
else,
it. Yeah,
no.
and it
Especially
doesn't seem
they
like that.
explained like how this all happened anyway, with like the other box retroactively like building all their mythologies and stuff and building them up to gods.
Man, that was a big reveal. That was cool.
Yeah, the
Like
art for this was
their
really
seeds
good.
were already set in motion. Like, oh man, that's so cool.
Art for this was really solid. I just really like the fact that like we have Darkseid speaking as much as we do.
Yes, it's real nice.
Because like usually he's just like in the background of everything, just plotting.
Yep.
But it
He's
turns
talked
out
a
he's
lot
been
in this.
plotting for a lot. Like he's second or third time he said contingency. Like he's on Batman's level.
Oh man, I'm hyped. Every time I see that word, I get hyped. I'm like, let's go. Let's see how this
We've been
unfolds.
seeing that a lot in DC Comics.
I mean, it's kind of just the staple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that just kind of something you work on?
Yeah. It started off with Blackfire on her ships, like talking to like the commander of her troops and Rapture leading his people.
Yeah, because that was her plan with the last issue.
I forgot what they're
Give
called,
them
like
you
the
guys. Cultivate.
Cult of Azrael, something like that. And they're getting ready to attack Aeon. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Aeon? I thought it wasn't Elon.
Aeon, whatever.
Elon?
Is there no? I can't remember.
Sure it was.
Let me go back down to, I think, just them talking, and they have Darkseid all locked up and stuff, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, because they did their best to contain him. I mean, I get that. And it's not like he was even fighting. I mean, he was pretty hurt at this point, so that's not a surprise.
He's been through hell these past, like, couple years.
Yeah, fighting things that are supposed to be able to kill
he's already been depowered since he got reverted to a baby, which, like, he just keeps referring to.
Yeah, he's like, ever since you turned me into a child. I was like, what? They brought it up. That's what's up.
I mean,
he hasn't been the same since then.
How can you ignore that?
He hasn't been the same since then, dude.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
Darkseid, baby. Darkseid, baby. That was awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, and he's still trying to convince them, like, I'm not lying to you. And Cyborg's like, don't listen to this dude. It's Darkseid.
Understandably. Like, this is understandable why neither one of them, like, are getting along.
Yeah,
I mean, like, not supposed to get along. It's fucking Darkseid. Like, but he's only ever done, like, corrupt shit.
Exactly. And he keeps bringing that up. He's like, because the Justice League will not listen to me. You will not listen to me.
So I have to lie to you.
Yeah, and they were like...
So why is this time any different?
And they're bringing up stuff like, what is it? The destroying of the... He's like, if everything's gone, I can't exert my power.
Yeah.
Like, I can't show... my like that's I don't want everything gone because then I can't show how strong I am.
It's like, you just want to build a new apocalypse to like conquer everything. He's like, well, apparently no. Sepulchre is supposed to be a life raft of sorts, and the ghost sector is supposed to be like, I guess they keep saying like it has the raw minerals to build a new apocalypse, but I think he's just trying to save them all because they have like such like a surplus amount of materials. So it'd be like the best place to like preserve life. I guess like the most mineral-rich planets that he could like salvage.
Well, I mean, the downfall of the Ghost Sector is because of them in the other arc of the whole Brainiac and stuff like that, Vandal Savage and shit.
I think it's No Justice or something.
Man, building up though, and then we get Blackfire coming down with the whole cult. They're no holds bars up in here.
Yeah, it's 10,000 troops against like 5 people. But granted, Darkseid is one of them.
Well, he's imprisoned right now. He's captured. He's captured.
He's like, just free my one arm.
That's all I need. Well, we have a nice little fight. Azrael comes off and is like, "You don't do this."
Yes.
Like I like that he was once again being very prideful.
Darkseid. Well, I was gonna say he did.
Darkseid was the end. That was the end. That was the last final fucking pages.
Oh, okay. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. I guess
we'll get there. Okay, we're gonna do pretty good containing this story. And then you caught.
I knew it was gonna happen. I've been having, like, allergy issues. I've been congested.
You hear that, folks? Congested. You know who's not congested? Starfire. I don't know.
The only one that's actually listening to Darkseid, and everyone's just like, why are you doing this?
He's been pretty honest.
I mean, he does say it's like either, like, trust me and try to save life or everything's scred.
Exactly.
He activated the other box and showed them, like, I guess things that lie beyond the source wall and stuff because it showed like some creepy looking lady.
Yeah, they're like, what is with that gaze?
Yeah.
Showed them everything that was to come and what's not to come. Setting, like I said, the seeds, man, that was cool. That was the coolest part for me. That they actually, like, he was the reason, the other box was the reason, but Darkseid was behind it. That's why they're worshipped. He already had that all going. And I'm glad they brought up Jessica Cruz. He's like, why do you keep saying 3? You weren't a part of this. Okay? Love you, girl, but you're not a part of this. And
you're
I like
inconsequential.
Yep. Thought that was cool. Azrael talking to his cultists, the Rapture and all that.
I need to know what her battery life is at now because they just had a crazy fight.
They had another one depleting. Like, it has to be low.
There couldn't have been like a moment like in that whole fight where she wasn't using a ring for something.
Huh?
So there couldn't have been like a moment of rest for her like to not use her ring during that whole fight. There's too many people.
And especially with Cyborg being gone, they didn't have the shield. She even mentioned that. And then once that happened, they had fucking Darkseid was able to access the other box, and then they straight boom tube. They're like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess Darkseid went on his own, like his own planet, so that way he can do his own part of the plan, and then just throw Cyborg somewhere in front of this temple on like an island.
It was in front of.
I don't know where the hell this temple's at. Actually,
it's clearly made by Darkseid.
Yeah, because it has a giant ass on mega
level. He says that. I wonder who made this, and it's something that Darkseid was trying to show him. So I'm wondering if now that we're in Darkseid's reality, is he something else?
I don't know if we're in his reality necessarily.
Because Nick made a good point off screen is that he's so weak. What if this is what if we have Darkseid so weak because of all the old gods dying?
Yeah.
Or new gods. He's a new god, right?
Yeah.
All the new gods dying, and now he's weak and caused to be in this reality because he can't be in our reality.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not something
true Darkseid. Yeah.
So what if this is the true Darkseid because he's weak? So we actually have him physical form. That's why they actually kind of had him captured. They had
They
him
hardly
restrained.
ever reference like that true form, so we'll see.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
I would
That's
figure
not
this
something
would
that's,
be like the series that would probably like show something about that.
man, it feels like it's
Yeah.
really delving into like
Yeah.
why Darkseid's Darkseid, and I'm fucking excited.
Yeah.
This is dope.
And I just love seeing him like anytime he's on the page.
And I feel like Cyborg is very important for this. I mean, the Machine World was the biggest one.
Oh yeah, he is like.
Like, I want to know if that was the first
God.
one.
What was it they called all the gods? What?
The Machine God?
No, it was
They're the old gods.
Cyborg, the technological transmuter, Starfire, the fire of creation, and Azrael, the voice that binds.
The voice that binds, which makes sense when he talks and
Yes.
rallies the people and stuff like that. Do you think that Rapture and them will end up trying to be on his side and rebel against Blackfire? Or will they stay true?
Probably.
You think
I
so?
don't know, because Blackfire's like even her own people were like disobeying her at that point.
That's true.
Because they said that like they felt like actual power emanating from his words,
Mm-hmm.
like which even the word bubbles were like kind of
A
different.
little more enhanced. Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Had a different outline on him. I thought that was cool.
Yet again, I just love seeing like Darkseid speak because it's always like black with white text. It just
Mhm.
looks awesome.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All black, white text, yes. And I can't stress enough how dope Darkseid looks in this. All the time, even battered. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, even battered.
God, Jesus.
Yeah. Other box looks so painful to even hold.
Yeah. And we
So spiky.
and if Cyborg touches any more of these fucking boxes, he's just gonna get more and more advanced.
Yeah, I
Like,
forgot.
it's-
Like he had his like chest beeping at the end because I think the other box like connection.
Well, he
or
walks into
something.
that
Or his
temple.
mother box.
Yeah, he walks into that temple, and now we have the Seclipor thing back again.
Yet again,
all
saying
those-
like deny Sepulchre or whatever.
Dark, yeah, deny
Sepulchre.
Darkseid.
Is that what they were saying?
Mm-hmm. It's because apparently this was
I thought they were saying prevent Sepulchre.
prevent Sepulchre, deny Darkseid, and then I
Yeah,
don't remember what
okay,
the third
yeah.
one said.
Yeah, yet again, just more of those like creatures,
Exterminate
but they
something?
didn't look how the previous
Previously did,
ones. Yeah,
yeah.
like they were just like an alien race that were transformed. These look like some sort of like amphibious like monsters that were like mutated to be like.
See, I got
gigantic.
the edge that it looked more like the one that Darkseid first saw, the yellow, pink one. It kind of had that bug type body. Like the one he got looked more like a praying mantis in a way with
Yeah.
the stab. These look like just bigger fucking mutated bugs
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, they look bug-like or amphibian. I thought one of them looked kind of like a frog.
So, man, I'm very excited to talk about the next issue of this one. I want to know what the hell's going on.
yeah. Art's still on point.
Quality.
Still loving everything that we see so far. It's still like one of the favorite issues that we're reading.
Yep, definitely
Or
still my number
series.
one.
Yeah.
Last one was the only one for me. Falter, still good, but it faltered a little bit. This one brought it right back. Like, oh, okay, this is fucking why I love this.
Both of these Justice League series are on point that we're reading.
Seriously, we'll be talking about Dark again soon too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go ahead and talk about Heroes in Crisis at some point, so we can just throw that out the fucking window.
I think we only have a couple more issues, right?
I know. I just want to get it over with.
Yeah. It's not hot. It's not hot. Weird wrap ups. Speaking of weird wrap ups, to the man on the booth. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have that anymore.
I tried
right
doing that earlier, but you just fucking went right through me.
now. Well, we don't have that anymore right now. We have the video issues.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, that's
So we
right.
can
Sorry.
we'll do something weird. We'll give you audio, no video. Okay. See if we do.
Omega Level is proudly sponsored by Ink or Dye Studios, a unique combination of a tattoo parlor and hair salon. Located at 270 North Dakota Street by Flanagan's, Ink or Dye Studios employs the best artists and stylists around. Boasting a friendly atmosphere, helpful, talented, and incredibly creative staff, Ink or Dye Studios is the only tattoo shop and hair salon you'll ever need. Stop in, call, or contact them through their social media accounts today to set up an appointment.
Well, that was awkward. That was awkward. Hey, we don't let our
Okay.
fans down. Ink or Die,
Creative,
baby. Ink or Die,
creative.
baby. Go there.
Yeah, we love you.
See you, boys. Or you ladies.
I'm trying to save up money so I can go back.
Yep.
I'm a broke person.
Yep. He's gonna get that whole shirt tattooed on his chest.
No.
Yep. Confirmed. If we get 1,000 likes, he's got to
I
do
don't
it.
think we have to worry about that.
That's true, because if they're gonna have to get to this point into the video and hear me say that,
Yeah.
I'll leave a comment. Get 1,000 likes. He has to get a tattoo on his face.
No.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
All right. So
Bright.
this time at the theater, we saw Brightburn.
Evil Superman.
Burn bright.
Burn bright. Woo!
Burn bright like a shining star.
And funny enough, it wasn't a bright
I don't know
movie.
what that was.
There was no. Yeah, well, I don't know. I was just
No.
gonna just kind of skip it. Movie wasn't bright. It was very dark.
I think it was like unnecessarily dark.
No. They did a good job.
It's not like Game of Thrones.
Yep, I was waiting for that. As soon as I said, yeah, no, as soon as you even uttered the, it's not very dark, I knew the very next thing was like, well, that episode of Game of Thrones. Yeah. It wasn't that
Season
dark.
8, episode 3. You know what I'm talking about.
Woo! Now we're going to talk about Game of Thrones episode 8. Another sneak peek into the mind that is Varys survived. Woo, crazy. Yep, he actually.
That's why we didn't see him burn on camera.
That's why we didn't see him burn on camera. Big reveal. He's actually the Lord of Light. Whole fucking series saying he hates magic. Motherfucker was the Lord of Light. What a twist, dude.
Yep.
What a twist.
Wow. He just cared about the 7 kingdoms because he's God.
Me. But Brightburn, man, what are your thoughts?
Just like Detective Pikachu, overhyped the movie a little bit for myself.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Did you like this more than Detective Pikachu?
I think I like Detective Pikachu a little bit more. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they just could have done more.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope that they make a sequel.
Yep. The ending definitely made.
So you already know.
Spoilers. You watch this. Spoilers. Okay. Before we even get to this segment, Nick, slap that boy up on there.
Yep.
Because just Steven's fat.
Next movie, we're gonna see evil Superboy fight evil Aquaman.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Evil Superman's gonna fucking win.
I do hope they do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be fucking cool.
Yeah, and I like that Yondu did whiteface at the end. That was awesome.
You see the picture of him accepting a fan art that someone gave him, I think, on the red carpet? He was like holding a painting of like Yondu, but in like a naked pose, like laying on like a rug.
Oh God, no, I didn't see that. That's
it
great.
was fucking awesome.
No, is that the one that Nick showed us?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
then yeah, I've seen it. I was yeah. That's funny.
But
man,
yeah, just if Superman was evil, the movie, they didn't do anything to hide it except for call them Briar. Because it's in fucking Kansas. They still own a fucking farm.
There was a barn and they kept the fucking spaceship in.
Yeah.
100% was a Superman movie, but very small scale, and I could see why that would upset a lot of people.
Yeah.
It only took place in Kansas. It only dealt with certain deaths around the school. It was something that a 12-year-old would get a little mad about.
You can't be like upset that it wasn't grander scale. I mean, I guess you can be. Because the only thing that I thought would have like been cool is like if when the ship was drawing out to him, like he actually went out and did like some of the shit that he was doing in post credits.
I was about to say that's what you wanted.
Yes,
yeah, but that's not what the movie. Yes, for me, I don't think that's what the movie. It was just like if they were to make a sequel.
I don't necessarily hold that against it.
Yeah, if it were to make a sequel, this would be the grander scale of him like fucking shit.
Because I think it would be cool if in the next movie, I know we're already like skipping the whole movie. If he either fights like another evil superhero, or we see like a group of like rebels or something trying to like overthrow him as he like just conquers the fucking planet.
I would love a conquering the planet, man.
Yeah,
that would be awesome if he like we had a grown up like it's like another 10 years, put him in his 22
50 years, 50 to 100 years or something.
50.
He doesn't fucking age. He's Superman.
How do we know he's not aged? Clearly he ages. He's like 12. He at least gets to that point. He just stops.
Superman fucking like aged to 25 and just stopped.
He gets to a good point until your body's like, this is a good metabolism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The only thing they didn't do was like show him gaining powers from the sun.
Yep, they didn't have a moment where he looked at the sun. They didn't have ice breath either.
There's no kryptonite.
There's no ice breath either.
Yet.
Exactly. He gained
until
powers
until he fights evil Aquaman, just freezes the ocean.
Did you notice each call that he got, he gained more powers? So what if he just spent more time around that? Yeah, because he didn't start flying until he hovered. When he went over to the fucking thing and started hovering. Then he started having flying scenes right after that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So each time they had a progression red eye, he got a new power. He did a new thing. He became more fucking inherently evil. Like, whatever his race of people are makes me think they're just bad. They're evil. Like,
yeah, that's my only gripe with the movie. Or, like, the biggest gripe is, like, every time he's drawn to the ship, you make it, because it's telling him to take the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it, they make it seem like that's just making him evil, or it's like, I guess, drawing him to his true nature or something. But by the end of it just seems like he's doing all this evil shit on his own.
Yeah, that's what we talked about off screen too. Is I think that it was not unlocking, but reminding him, hey, you have a purpose.
Yeah,
like you have to take over the world. That's what we do. Our species does. I don't think he was brainwashed. You know, it's just a reveal. Because even when he was like, when
I don't know. I mean, they were definitely like doing something to his mind, because he's like sleeping and just having like what looks like to be like a seizure as it's communicating.
What if it's
with
showing
him.
him like images from his home planet getting destroyed? I mean, we don't know.
It's showing
that.
him something.
Yeah, but once again, that's where the power started happening when the seizures happened. You know what I mean? But even all the scenes when he's talking, he's putting on his little boy act.
See, that's what I think.
And
this
then
whole
he's like,
movie's-
"Fuck this."
Yeah, I think this whole movie is just about how fucking evil kids are.
100%. He was doing. I mean, they knew. I'm so glad they were like, "He's fucking lying."
Yeah,
When he came in, they're like, "This dude's fucking. He's a murderer. This little kid's a murderer."
At least the dad was. For
God,
sure,
100%.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
Yeah,
Not our kid.
Yeah, he's just quickly just like fuck this kid. He wasn't really ours. I don't blame him at all for that though.
I mean, but you've been living. You'd still have after 12 years. You'd have some sort of feelings for this kid.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
but as soon as he starts killing like my best friend, I'm like fuck this kid.
that's when he snapped.
Yeah.
That's when he was like, he's an alien. The mom with Elizabeth Banks did a great job. And like I agree with Nick. She could have done more. She could have this could have been like a top 5 performance for her. Like this
I
type
thought
of
it
movie.
was a good performance.
She was great, but she
The
could have been.
kid was a
really
little bit
great.
of a letdown at times.
Man,
thought.
I thought they could have had a better kid.
Yeah.
Look wise, loved it. He had some pretty dead stare looks, but he didn't really bring anything to the table.
No, and that might not even be his fault. I
Nope,
feel like
could
the
be
movie could
directing.
have like developed like his character further.
Could have been directing.
Should
That was
have
probably
showed him
man.
more before the ship started fucking with him.
What do you mean? Build him as a child?
Yeah. Actually, just see him as a kid.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would have liked that. I liked that it was self-contained. Hated the fucking video editing, dude. God, some of the film, man, just their pacing. For the first 20 minutes, it was like
Yeah.
you're watching an extended trailer. Here's a scene for 5 seconds. Okay, move to the next thing. Here's a scene for 5 seconds. Move to the next thing. Here's a scene. Like, dude, I was like, okay, I mean, this isn't awful, but I'm like, I can't get engaged with this. What the fuck is?
Yeah. I see
All
what
right,
you're
here's this. Like, I
saying.
legitimately thought I was watching a trailer for a movie. I was like, okay, cool. After 7, what are they called? Little screens that showcase the. I feel pretty stupid right now. The companies that work for them, like this film is made. Like every movie usually has it shows Lionsgate,
Yeah,
shows that. Dude, there were like 7 of those. They're like, okay, I'm like a movie starting. All right, next.
So
Okay.
you went through the Family Guy thing.
Yeah, dude, yeah. How many are there? Like, you know what I
All
mean?
right, got a guy with bleeding in the cabin. All right, let's see what this is about. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, movie start. No, this is still a thing. Okay. What's the H? What was it? Fucking the H Collective. Okay, cool. And then 2 of them were the same exact like diagonal fucking screen thing. They didn't even try. I don't know. I'm hating for no
There was
reason
a new
on that.
one I never saw before. It was probably like James Gunn's new.
H Collective. I've never seen.
Is that what it was?
It said the H Collective. Yeah,
I think that might have been.
that was. I've never seen that one. That and what was one of the other biggest issues for me? Film editing and there was something. Now I'm blanking.
Well, can you tell me what you did like about the movie?
The deaths were brutal.
Yes.
I expected more, but fuck, they were
Yeah,
brutal,
I was gonna
dude.
say I did expect more people to die.
But once I accepted that this was low key, like low scale, like not gonna be him going around just fucking up the whole world, because there was a part of it I was like, oh, once the whole little girl scene happened where he like
Yes.
messed her arm up
Yeah.
and was like weirdly into her, like I'm gonna save you, dude. You just killed her mom. That's not helping her at all. She's just a normal little girl. You're special.
People have done shit like that.
The effects were pretty good. They didn't take me out except for the final scene. Even though that was an awesome scene, them going up in the sky, it looked pretty poorly
Yeah,
done
I
compared
was
to
gonna
what they've
say,
given us. The heat vision was dope. You didn't like that?
There's 3 things I thought were a little odd. One is when I think Elizabeth Banks is just having like some sort of nightmare where like she wakes up and gets out of the bed and like goes and finds him in the woods.
That was the
and
dad
then like the
having that
baby fucking like jumps at the
That was the
screen for
dad
a little
having the dream.
bit. Well, they were both involved in it. I think. Okay,
Well,
but he
it was
the
his
one having the
dream. She was. Yeah.
Okay.
She had
That-
blood running from her
That
face.
looked a little corny.
Oh, I
with the
remember what it
baby.
was. I remember what it was now.
The other one was the heat vision. I thought it was initially cool, but then like it started like looking like his skin was like turning into like stone for a moment or something. Overall, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate
Dude,
it.
that was. They literally did what we've always. He Shazammed his
Yes,
ass,
they
bro.
did. That's exactly what I thought.
They
too. He
Shazammed his ass. Okay, that's what it was. You reminded me. This wasn't a scary movie. Why the fuck did you have so many jump scares?
Because it is
Fuck.
supposed to be a horror movie.
It wasn't
for
scary
the
at all.
most
It
part,
was
and it's
doing
not
the
very
cheap
scary,
ass,
yeah.
poor ass fucking jump scare, dude. I said, fuck this movie. I literally said it out loud in the theater. That's stupid. That was so dumb. The baby one is the one that got me bad. I was like, oh! I was like, God, dude, this is so stupid. I hate jump scares. Such a stupid. I hate the feeling of that adrenaline rushing like that. I'd ride a fucking roller coaster if that's something I wanted to do. God, I hate that so much.
I see what people hate him, but
That
it
is
doesn't
so
put me in a rage
dumb,
like that.
man.
But yeah, when he lets her go, it did look a little like it looked a little cheesy when she was falling.
Yep, I love that they did that. 'Cause
clearly
they were
tell
going
it's
to do
like
that
fucking
cheesy
green
ass
screen.
kill you with the bike thing. Because as soon as they mentioned
Oh,
the
yeah,
ship
yeah.
damaged him, you're like, okay, that's going to play
Yeah,
a part.
because at some point I think he tripped over and like cut his hand on the ship.
No, it was the hovering scene because she scared him. So
Oh,
the thing
that's
stopped,
right, that's
stopped,
right.
boom. He lands down. He's like, oh my god, I've been cut. So he's blown the fuck away.
Yeah.
You think he would have chucked that
Yeah,
thing
'cause
across
he put
the
his
ocean?
fucking hand in a fucking lawnmower.
First off, if he realized he just got cut and he's kind of evil at this point, you think that he would have grabbed that spaceship and just destroyed it? Been like, this is the only thing that can
they'd
kill
be
me.
able to like take a piece of it and like cut him again or something.
Well, that's what she did later. But him, he would have he at that point was kind of getting evil. He was
Yeah.
pretty like bad. He would have. He should have taken that thing and fucking.
Well, the ship was also what was communicating with him, so
True. So maybe he like had that moment of like, this is my thing. So,
it probably told him not to or something.
but I don't think it's controlling him. I don't think it's a thing.
Doing something to him.
I mean, maybe we'll get to see his fucking origin planets in the next one if that's something they work on. I don't know if that's what they're going to.
I forgot. Other awesome kill that I absolutely loved is when he's just wrecking the house when everything's
The
gone
sheriff?
to shit. He didn't tackle that sheriff. He didn't punch him. He flew through him.
He obliterated
fucking
the
flew
sheriff.
through him.
I was like, oh damn, dude! It was. I think I made a guy laugh. I don't know. I heard someone chuckle, but I don't know if he was chuckling at the scene or if he was
like,
chuckling. At
oh
me.
shit,
Dude, I laughed. I didn't laugh hard, but I was just like, Jesus. When he was having the therapy session with his aunt, and he mentioned that he's superior, I was like, God damn.
I was like, just put some blonde hair on this kid,
Dude, right? As soon as he's like, I'm superior, I was like, good God, this kid, he is. And it also makes why he's so smart too.
Little shit.
And he's smart. That's also
Yeah.
not. That's not just like a gene.
That girl did tell him, I think, smart people rule the world,
Mm-hmm.
and he literally does rule the.
I didn't
fucking
catch that
world
line.
now.
I thought she
Yeah.
said smart guys like finish first or something. I don't know, some cheesy line.
Yeah.
That's better. Damn, I wish I'd have heard that more clearly. Smart guys rule the world. He's like, you're right. I'm gonna sneak into your house, play music 5 different times, creep the fuck out of you, then kill your mom later. Man, you didn't like the heat.
I also just like how like when they're doing the whole like pushing each other thing, like building trust.
She
or
said,
whatever.
"Ew."
Yeah, it
He's
says
a
ew and
pervert.
jumps out the way. Put him in a fucking
And
rage.
his first thing is like, I'm gonna snap your wrist in front of everybody.
She's never using that wrist
sorry.
again.
There's no 12-year-old that has the capabilities of doing that with one hand.
Yeah, how is
That should have been
nobody
a red
fucking
flag of like, this guy's got super strength. This isn't normal.
He didn't just like snap her wrist, like he crushed
He
that
straight
shit.
was like, yeah, dude, she's
that hand's fucked.
oof.
Yeah, the kid's like, or her mom was just like he's a fucking psychopath.
Mhm,
Like he's a monster. I think everyone also knows that like he's not really their kid. Does everyone
Knows he's adopted. They don't know why that. Like they're probably thinking like an agency.
See, that made me think that like they knew that they found him in the fucking woods.
No, I didn't get that.
Okay.
They just knew that he was adopted.
Okay.
It was funny. In the pool scene, they were like, man, maybe it was your kid. He's like, wow, dude, too soon. But honestly, I think he's a monster. I mean, after all that,
Yeah.
homeboy dad tried to shoot him in the back of the head.
Which I
Big
thought
mistake.
was a bit fucking stupid on his part.
I mean, he especially not knowing.
He knows his kid's invulnerable. He's never seen.
He even
break
had a
bone.
line that said that. He's like, the kid's never bled.
Yeah, exactly.
He's never been cut. He's never broken a bone. Like, but the mom kept hiding stuff about it. Remember?
Also, the mom should have known like what he was doing. Like, I'm just gonna take him out camping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take him out. Well, they didn't know. They were. I mean, come on. He's not.
Yeah,
they
but
went camping
they've
earlier.
been
dude.
arguing though. Like he's just talking about like how much.
But he's gonna.
like, his
But he
kid
gave a
scares the
sweet
shit
talk
out
and was
of
like,
him.
"I'm gonna be his dad. I'm gonna do dad things." You know what I mean? Of course, she's like, she 100% trusts her son. She's like, "I love you," until the very, very end. She's like, "I love you."
Was it when the sheriff showed up at her house and showed her those pictures where she's like, "Oh shit, our kid actually did."
He went up
this."
there and checked it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she went up there and found all the drawings that he
Also,
did.
Nick loved that scene where after like Brian, I think his name's Brian Breyer, right?
The dad? Oh,
Brett
no,
Bryan?
kid Brandon. Kid's Brandon.
Yeah, sorry. Well, after he goes and kills the little girl's mom
Oh,
because
you're talking
she
about that
called her out and
detective
shit.
sheriff.
Yeah. So, which was a pretty cool scene too when he shows up at the diner and just fucking blows the windows open. She gets glass in her eye. She's like
No,
half blind.
breaks the light fixture.
Breaks the
Which,
light fixture.
Why are you staring up at something, man?
That's another thing too. Is like does he also exist in the Upside Down? Because whenever he's freaking out, like lights seem to freak out.
I think he controls it. Because have you noticed that when all the communication goes down when he's around?
Yeah, yeah.
He
that too.
can. They didn't explain all his powers. He has a fucking lot, and they just haven't even delved into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so I'm excited for the future. This wasn't like blow you away, worth the watch.
I do
it's
hope
not going
this
to blow
gets
you
a
away.
sequel. Yes.
Yes, for sure. I
Which
think the
hopefully
sequel
they can make it better.
Yeah, for the sequel, they definitely need to go a little bit bigger.
Oh, absolutely.
Put a couple bigger names in there.
This will be like significantly bigger. You can't just take like one step ahead. Like this has to be like several years in the future. Like either people fighting him or like he rolls the fucking
dominates
planet.
the planet.
Yeah.
I'd fuck with that.
But yeah, he destroys her in the freaking diner. You see what the hell happened to her later. Was super fucked up.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that they actually brought that up. I thought they was just like, oh, she's dead.
Oh, yeah.
This time they actually were like, oh, she's next to the ship with her disemboweled and tied to a bunch of
put
BBs.
in like a very fucked up pose and stuff. It was brutal.
God. So now those pictures make sense. Remember the
with
intestine
his drawings
pictures
and stuff? Yeah.
No, those are real pictures, remember?
Oh.
When they showed the intestine pictures?
You're right.
Yeah,
Wait,
it was
that
of her.
Was that before then or after that?
No, that was after.
Okay.
They didn't find the pictures until after.
I thought that was funny. Yeah, you see
Dude.
like
That's fucked up.
Just look under his mattress. There's like pictures of fucking like
Maxim.
girls
Yeah.
and stuff, and then like just fucking fucked up gore.
Yeah, you're like, should I be concerned for my son?
100%.
He's just a boy.
That kid needs some serious therapy.
Yeah, and gave one of the worst sex talks ever. What if your son's gay and you were just like, I like girls too?
Well, I mean, they did find pictures of girls, so.
And then they found pictures of dead bodies.
Yeah.
So anything's possible.
Also,
okay?
yeah, that's what inspired him to go creep in girls' house. He's like, sometimes doing this stuff's natural. He's like right now, he's like, no.
Yeah. Good talk, son.
Yeah.
But that's what he was referring to, something else. He immediately left, and remember, they went after they were sleeping. He left.
I lost my train of thought while I was trying to say like with the whole diner scene.
Jesus, Steven, do you come prepared at all? Do you like talking?
You fucking interrupted me.
Oh, doesn't it suck? Doesn't it suck because I didn't interrupt you. I was still continuing your conversation. Doesn't it suck, Steven?
It does.
God, man, I'm just saying random things in the middle of something sentence, man. It sucks, man, doesn't it? Don't look down at that. Don't fucking look down at that, Steven.
Sorry.
Okay, well, we're at the diner. We see her get the thing blows up. She's got a thing in her eye because she
I don't
pulls it
remember
out.
where I was going from
Bleeds
there.
everywhere. What he was going to was that we have this small town has one of the top class detectives.
Oh yes, that's right.
It has the sheriff that has the ability to stand next to a. Nick says it's like 15 to 20 feet away. I think he's
not
like
that far.
I thought he was about 5 feet away. But regardless, he looks over. He's like reading all these, talking, taking some statements. He looks over to the wall, to the window, which the kid made a big deal of drawing all his little symbols
He drew
on
the
it.
berserk symbol.
Yeah, he drew the berserk symbol
the
all
brand
over
of
it.
sacrifice.
Yeah. Brandon Pryor.
I don't know how the fuck dude
Brand of
made that
sacrifice.
connection.
Brand of
yeah.
sacrifice. But he just happens to look over and he's like,
"What's
"What's
that?"
this?" Breathes all over the window and it makes the symbol. He's
That's
like,
also that's happened in so many movies and shows.
Oh,
like
for
that
sure.
gets fucking annoying
For
after
sure.
a while.
For sure.
It's because it is one of those things like how the fuck do you notice that? But this is one of the few times like he drew it. Like there's just thousands of those symbols all
seconds.
over those.
He's so
within
fast.
seconds.
He's so fast.
Yeah. He draws thousands of those signs like all over the windows. That's the one thing that was.
But
just
if you
like,
notice
okay,
all the noise-
maybe he could have noticed like there's smudges all over these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But did you notice? I don't know if he's like he's not flash fast, clearly. But you hear all those little noise while she's doing that. What if that's while he's drawing, and then all the other stuff happens? You know what I mean? Because you keep hearing noises. She's like, "Well, what's that?" That's him drawing.
Yeah.
Like they did a pretty good job of sound mixing. I thought.
Yeah.
Like adding the little different sounds to different stuff. I thought that was really good. But yeah, the detective was just like, boom, I got this. And then they're going over another case because, like any good villain or murderer and serial killer, you have a
always
calling
leave a
card.
clue.
You always have a calling card. And his is some fucking obscure symbol that nobody on the fucking planet would be drawing.
Yeah. Unless you like Berserk.
Unless he liked Berserk. That was actually his favorite manga. He didn't want to talk about it. Suffering. But he leaves his calling card, and then the sheriff, of course, puts 2 and 2 together because he left another one.
Yeah. At the scene of his uncle.
Yep, the uncle.
Yeah, his uncle's
on the wall. He
fucking-
used the blood of his uncle.
Which I don't know how. Dude took a picture of it. Why the hell no one like just like, hey, does it mean anything?
I just think it's crazy that he didn't kill his aunt. He killed his uncle, but didn't kill his aunt.
Did he not?
She was still alive. He was about to. He said that like all ominous, like you be safe, and then the husband ended up coming home. So I'm sure he was about to, and then
I
he
thought
got in
did
the way
kill her.
because she was because she was walking in. He was walking in the room, and then husband got there.
Yeah,
the uncle
yeah.
got there. He went upstairs, and then of course they had the whole bathroom and like, what the fuck you doing in my closet? You know, get out of here, you little fucking weirdo with the cake,
Called
your
him a
mask on.
fucking creep and stuff, which I thought was funny. I was like, why is this shit talking to this kid? Which kind of
I would
like,
too.
Why the
yeah.
hell are you
why
doing in
why
my
are you in my
house?
room 6 miles away from your house?
Wearing this creepy ass mask. Like, it's not creepy.
It's creepy, dude. At first, when they first shown it in the diner, I thought it was like teeth. The little wires. From a distance, it looked like teeth.
It looks like that.
But now
I
it
think
was
that's
like just a
it looks
wrestling
like
mask.
a mouth.
Yeah, now it's a wrestling mask. I was like, okay. Because what if he has a true form?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
Because he looks like us and talks like us, but what?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, man. I was thinking that was gonna be like some reveal at the end of it. It's like he's gonna morph into like what he really
But
is.
when the
which
baby
is gonna
scene,
be-
that's what I was thinking of the baby scene. I thought they were going to show like a demonic looking fucking Cthulhu looking thing. That's 100%. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Instead, they gave you a shitty jump scare.
I don't think they would have adopted baby Cthulhu.
I would.
God knows I would.
I'd be like, I will worship you as a god.
Jesus.
We will take over. I'm just saying he wouldn't have killed me like he killed his mama.
Maybe not.
Shit, I'd have driven him to madness. Before then, at 5 years old, I'd have been chucking him places. The little baby, I'd have punched him in the mouth. Yep, he's invulnerable. He doesn't bleed or he doesn't even cry.
He's the pinata.
None
for
of
his
those
birthday.
videos. All those videos they show, they just didn't even cry. He's always happy.
He's the pinata when he's at his birthday, beating him with sticks.
He doesn't bleed. He doesn't break. But once he destroys all this house, he kills 2 cops utterly. I mean, did you see the quick scene of him smashing the female cop around? Just do.
Yes.
Like, oh my god, brutal deaths. And it was smart, fucked up, but smart that he took that plane and made it seem like a plane crash instead of like seeing all those weird explosions and all the dead body. He made the plane crash sit there, so everyone died.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was very smart thinking. And of course, he put his fucking calling card on it.
Yes, of course.
God, stop, dude. Like, we get it. You're a badass and no one can fuck
Who
with
the
you.
fuck's gonna stop him?
I mean, exactly.
Who the fuck's
I think
gonna
that's
stop
what's going
him?
through. He's like, I'm ridiculously smart. No one matches my
We saw the end game for this, right? We saw his notebook. He blows up the fucking planet.
That was his end game. At the very last page was him go in space shooting this thing with heat beams. Wee.
Which I thought.
Which I hope is the third movie. I want 2 to be.
We assume there's gonna be a second.
Man, I'm sorry. I don't want there to be 3 movies of this, and you can wrap it up. 2 will be him utterly dominating everything, and then he won't be rivaled until the very end, and that will be the 3rd movie. I think that could be done well.
Yeah, I do hope we get sequels.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Because it's a low budget, so I'm
Like,
assuming
the
it's going to
whole
make its
premise of
money.
this is just too great to leave alone.
Yep. I think it's going to make its money.
It surely already has. Pretty sure this
Maybe.
movie only had a budget of $7 million,
That's like
which I assume like half of that was went to paying Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Because there's not like a whole lot of like special effects, but the ones that
Decent
are
bit,
done
though.
are pretty decent. Especially like I don't think we covered when he killed his uncle.
Dude.
I forget because he keeps like shit talking. He's like, "Are you gonna tell my parents?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell your parents." He's like, "I don't think you want to do that."
He gives a fair warning.
He gives a fair warning. He like shoves him. And I think he like pushes him through his garage or something.
Yeah.
And when he like gets up, he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
I
I'm not exaggerating. He's just like he freaks out. Starts driving his truck.
think he literally did say, what the fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he says like
this
what
was
the
the
fuck
most
several
humanized
times.
character in
Yeah.
this whole thing. This one was the
most
realest.
realistic panic.
That was Badger.
If anything ever.
That was Badger.
Is it?
He's from. He plays Badger in Breaking Bad.
Oh.
He's plays. Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
But yeah, he starts driving along, and then Brandon's like tackles the side of it. I think he just makes it like turn off, and of course he's like trying to just like start it, and then the lights come on, and he's just sitting in the road, and he's like, "Oh fuck this, hell no, hell no."
Every time he hits the thing, I was glad they didn't do the whole he got closer thing.
Yeah.
He just stayed in the same spot. The only thing that changed was he was hovering. He was on the ground standing, and then the next one he's flying, which I'm like, I would have got out and just been like, kill me. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Just kill me. Like,
He tackled my truck, and you could fly. I'm clearly outmatched.
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So he picks up the truck and then drops it, and he fucking eats the steering wheel.
Oh, man. And
Which-
it was, oh, man. I cringed so hard, dude.
Yeah,
It shows it.
What was cringier to you? His jaw, him trying to hold up his jaw, or him chewing on the fork and the sounds that made?
Definitely the jaw.
Yeah, 'cause that fork was fucked me up, though. I was like, oh,
He
God.
like snapped out of it for a second. He was like, oh, shit.
Just chewing on a fork, just
Just because why not? Why not, dude? This kid is unreal.
that creeped me out.
Mhm,
This is the sounds. I was like, oh, God.
And definitely the end definitely was green screen and stuff, like them on wires flying up. Because
Oh, yeah, 100%.
they get a whole
yeah.
touching moment between the mother and the son of like, because she goes down to the basement or the farm, or the barn. Wow. Farm, the barn, the basement, the beans and potatoes and tomatoes. Sorry. Goes down to the barn and gets a piece of the ship. Saw that coming. So they're going to have this sweet moment of her trying to sympathize with her, right?
They do the whole
Part of
callback
him.
to the beginning with like the whole like hide and seek and whistling thing,
Yeah.
which we didn't mention at the beginning.
Yep.
Sorry,
Sorry,
there's a
that.
callback.
There's a callback. They do a whistle hide and seek thing. Well, of course, she tries to fucking sympathize with him. I got that, and it was really
always love you.
it really had me worried. I was like, man, they're gonna fucking turn him good, or they're like, I'm fine with him getting killed.
I thought
over
that would have
him
been
turning
cheap.
good.
I was glad it
Him
didn't
turning
happen,
good,
'cause
exactly.
His reflexes are fucking unmatched.
It's like, and of course they had the line from the trailer, which is from the fucking end of the movie. Like she's like, I knew there's good in you.
Oh yeah,
Like that was in the
yeah.
trailer. First trailer, actually, not even like the second or third trailer, the first fucking trailer. And of course she's like hugging, and like she's like, I'm sorry, Mom, and she goes up, comes down, and gets stopped, and he's like, was immediately pissed. Like the only one that loved me, that said she loved me, was about to kill me. So immediately he just shoots fucking right up through the roof, flies up to not space,
At plane flying altitude.
Yes, plane flying altitude, whatever
Because
that is called.
As soon as he drops her, he gets hit by a plane.
Yep. Well, he doesn't get hit by a plane. He stops the fucking plane.
Well, he
I
doesn't
mean-
necessarily like. He just stands there and just goes through him. I'm pretty sure.
They didn't show that. All I saw was him turn, and he saw a plane, and then it cuts to a plane crashed into his building.
Yeah.
The front of the plane wasn't even wrecked, so he didn't get
Oh.
hit by it. So my guess is that he stopped it because he's just the strongest fucking thing on the planet. Once again, Superman.
We don't know how it happened.
We don't know how it happened, but it was smart for him to use a plane crash as that, and he's just eating a fucking cookie
Yeah,
at the back of an ambulance. And
He's
the
assumed
only,
to be the only survivor.
the only survivor out of 200 people.
Is he a survivor of this
200
plane though?
people.
Because he wasn't on the fucking plane. No one survived that bitch.
But it was his house. That's what it hit. That's what
Oh,
the
yeah,
thing
you're
was. Is they
right,
hit the
yeah.
house to hide all of the scene of those sheriff and all that
Yeah.
shit dying. And they say the mom died, the dad died, and only survived by Brandon Breyer. Eat cookie, black screen. And then it gives us those after credit scenes that really
I
leads
want to
towards.
see what the police were just like. So you said there was a sheriff here. The hell's his body? You see that blood stain?
And how the kids shows no remorse at all. And they even said, "Hey, your uncle died," and he's like, "Okay."
It's because you fucking killed him.
He even asked that, like, "Do you want to?" He's like, "Do you want me to
I
cry?
said, do you want me?
Do you want to cry?"
Is that
No.
what's expected of me?
He's like, "He fucking did it." He's like, "I love him. I would never hurt him."
Oh, yeah, I forget because he was hiding a shirt earlier too, and his dad finds that
Yeah, of course.
had his best friend's blood on it.
Yeah, and it was kind of hinting towards that too, because his dad got pushed pretty hard. He tried to fucking keep grabbing the kid, and the kid finally was just like,
Yeah, that was my thing too. Every time like the dad grabbed the kid, I'm like, "What are you thinking, man?"
he even made a line. He's like, my dad would have beat my ass. I would love for you to go up there and try to do that. End your life real quick. You already died. You got heat. He got heat blasted, by the way. I don't know if we said that.
Yeah, we did.
He got straight to the
Shazammed.
back of the dome. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
he
right.
got
You're right.
Shazammed.
You're right.
Um,
Overall, good though. I mean, could have been so much better. They
yeah,
could
I
have
just
definitely paced
expected
it way
more.
better.
Yeah, I
Yep.
feel like the movie was rather short. I just feel like it could have been dragged out a little bit more.
Could have used an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah, not much. Just like I said, probably just more development for the kids, so you can see like him actually turning evil.
They should have had better pacing at the
And
beginning.
maybe
That made
just
it feel
like-
like a fucking trailer.
Maybe just a few more deaths, which I know makes me probably sound like a sociopath.
I mean, I'm watching. You already know you're watching an evil person. Of course, I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
that. Like that doesn't make you a bad person. Like God, for people are so scared of seeing this stuff.
I wanted to roll. I wanted to root for the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. It's not often you get to, you know.
Yeah, like I said, not necessarily a bad movie. I've seen people like commenting saying like, "Oh, it's a god awful screenplay. This movie was shit." And I'm just like, I mean, damn. I guess if you
It
you
should
had
have been
certain
fleshed out
expectations for what the movie was gonna be, then sure. Like if you thought this was gonna be like some sort of superhero flick, I'm sorry, but you're probably a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going to see a Marvel movie. Like, This
Yeah.
is not what this is, and this isn't even a DC movie. You know what I mean?
Borderline is.
The tone.
I'm just saying because
The
it's
tone
Superman.
is. The
I'm
tone
saying because
is.
it's Superman.
Exactly. The tone is, but it was so small scale. It only took place in this small town
In
called
Brightburn.
which he had ended up adapting this name.
The post credit scene was a little like,
Adopting. Wow.
a little bit weird too with Yondu just like
He's a conspiracy
basically
guy.
being
That's what
like
was
Alex
awesome.
Jones, but like it just like
It was a conspiracy. I like that.
it was very it was funny.
Mhm.
That's the thing. It was like was unlike any of the other movie too.
They had a couple comedy bits. I laughed like twice. I mean, it's not a funny movie
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what I'm
but it's just
saying.
him like I think it's funny because of the actor they chose.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else, that wouldn't have been a funny scene.
It just felt like a shift in tone, which I guess is fine because it's credits.
Mm-hmm. And it's showing that he's blowing up fucking buildings, sinking ships, burned an entire fucking forest. And you just see him floating above it. Now he's not even trying to hide.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So this, to me, makes me think that other people are seeing him like, oh, I can expose myself. Because there was one that looked straight up like a fish person.
Yeah, it was evil Aquaman.
I mean, he even had a little trident, dude. They didn't try to hide that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we get it, all right?
Who the fuck chose that Billie Eilish song, though?
Dude, I fucking hate her music. You like what you want to like, but God, dude. As soon as that kicked in, I was like, ugh.
So this girl sounds like she's on heroin.
I almost didn't.
I don't know who the
Be
fuck
careful,
she is. I don't know who the fuck she is.
I'm not a fan of her. She apparently has a pretty dark backstory. I've watched a couple videos on her, but I think your music is shit. I don't hate you as a person.
Fuck you.
I mean, I don't hate you as a person, but your music is garbage. I mean, why? I know. That song is fucking awful.
Oh, it was bad.
Are you kidding me? Well, I'm trying to remember, Laura. What is
it? It was something about being a bad guy. Yeah, it was bad.
I'm gonna
I thought
I'm
it
gonna
was,
ASMR sing this
thought
whole
it was
time because I have
Lord.
no fucking talent. But I have a dark, compelling story, so you'll sympathize with me. I think Nick likes her, so he's probably not gonna like this.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah. We still love you, Nick.
I just wanted to
We're entitled to our
cut that
opinions.
whole thing short.
Yeah,
because
probably. Because she has, like I said, a tragic moment in her life, so this seems like we're shitting on her as a person, and that's not the case.
I just didn't like the song. I thought it was like a shit, like end credit song.
If you like that type of singing, that's basically her fucking discography.
Oh, okay.
I can't say entirety. I've heard 10 total songs, and all of them are not in my taste.
Yes.
So, they're slow. All 10 songs I heard were very slow.
I thought it was Lord at first.
Oof. Lord has a better voice.
I don't really listen to Lord. I know
I
know
don't
2 songs.
Listen to her anymore.
I know 2 songs, and I fucking hate one of them.
Tennis court and fucking...
fucking hate tennis court.
You like Royal, though, dog.
It's okay. It's been
Dude.
overplayed.
You're going to
to death.
disrespect Randy Marsh like that? Wow. Let's just end this podcast before we say something that we're really going to regret.
I think you might already have.
No, I haven't. I stand by what I said. I didn't shit on her person. I shit on her music. I can do that all day.
Sorry, Nick. I'm not sorry to anybody else because I don't fucking know you. But I might want to.
Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out.
See you
next
week.
time.
Godzilla.
Oh my God, no. Okay, we will be covering the King of Monsters.
I didn't hit it.
Ooh, you scared me right there. Okay, well, we will be covering the King of Monsters. Probably finish off where, so we can catch up on JLO. We're going to finish issue 9. I think that's the last one then we'll be caught up. Do you want to do Mr. and Mrs. X again? So we're caught up on that as well?
Sure.
Get them both caught up. All right, rinse and repeat. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Next week, talk about JLO 9, Mr. and Mrs. X 11, and then we're going to go ahead and see the King of Monsters.
God,
I'm
cannot
so
wait.
hyped, dude. I'm so hyped. There's some people saying there's like 16 kaiju in this.
Yes, that's
I'm
what
like,
I heard.
How? I've only saw like 5, and that's fine enough for me,
Every
dude.
time I hear 16 kaiju, I'm like, how's Kong stand a remote fucking chance?
dude. I know. Like, look, you see that?
He just has to be bench pressing fucking mountains or like continental fucking plates right now. All right, bye.